Big story today. Well, this kind of started breaking last week. Last week, we started hearing word that DC was going to be casting a Hal Jordan in the age range of 45 to 55 years old. Okay, so then the fan cast started to swirl around. We know that Chris Pratt was seen with James Gunn on the set of Superman, so everybody was like, "Oh man!" Like Truth said, "That crazy son of a bitch, James Gunn is going to cast Chris Pratt as Hal Jordan Green Lantern, and I can't even be mad about it." There was somebody that asked James Gunn on Threads, if you had the chance to cast any of the Guardians of the Galaxy stars in the DC universe, who would you cast him as? And he says, well, that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it? So people started, theorizing, could it be Chris Pratt? Could it be this person? Could it be that person? And there were just so many theories going around for days and days. Well, and then today, this one, we heard from Nexus Point, news, which I still don't know where they came from. They really came out of nowhere, and I still don't trust them. I don't trust them yet. But they came out of nowhere today with breaking news that Josh Brolin was offered the role of Hal Jordan, and quickly followed up from Jeff Snyder from the Insider, stating, yes, it is true that on Friday, this past Friday, that Josh Brolin was offered the role of Hal Jordan for HBO's big budget sci-fi series, Green Lantern Corps. So that's interesting. Josh Brolin. Now, I heard, and I think it was talked about a few weeks ago, that Josh Brolin would be coming back into the Marvel fold again to play King Thanos. Now, granted, that's going to be a smaller role from what I understand. It's going to be a small role. My guess is it's just going to be to show the power of Doctor Doom as he kills King Thanos. If it happens, if it doesn't, we'll see. That's neither here nor there because I don't really care. This is interesting, though. Do we see Josh Brolin as Hal Jordan? Do we see him as Green Lantern? That's the question. Because, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, Josh Brolin, that's an old Hal Jordan. That's like, he's like 56 years old at this point in time. That's pretty old. And then we got Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. We still don't have our Jon Stewart. Now, I thought I remember hearing a rumor a while ago that Guy Gardner was going to die in Superman. Spoiler. It's just a rumor, though. Could happen, may not. Probably not. Maybe so. Who knows? But if he does, then we only have 2 Green Lanterns. If he doesn't, then we have 3 Green Lanterns. That's wild to me. Wild that we're going to have so many Green Lanterns in the DCU. But let's see. If this could look... I mean, first off, I'm trying to picture a scene with Nathan Fillion and Josh Brolin together. That just... 2 things that just don't seem right together. First of all, that's just wild to me. But now you got to start thinking, who could the Jon Stewart be? Now, obviously, Josh Brolin has yet to accept this offer, if this offer actually happened. But it's an interesting thought for sure. I don't know if I like it. I think he's too old, but don't worry. We're gonna hear from a bunch of people that say, oh, but they wanted to go younger with Superman. Now look how old they're going with Hal Jordan. We're going to hear that for sure. But I want to know what you all think about this. I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting casting possibility. They're going 45 to 55 years age range, that age. Josh Brolin is a great actor. I also think he needs to kind of leave some comic book roles to other. He was Jonah Hex. He was Cable. He was Thanos. My God, man. Leave some comic book characters to everybody else. But what do you think? I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below.